bring into the ring with him tonight. He looks like something out of Alice in Wonderland, the Mad Hatter, the last time we saw him here at the Great Western Forum. Ruelas at 5'11" is 31-1. Color guard in the ring for the singing of the anthem. And here comes the theme from Rocky, I guess. Is that the theme from Rocky? Paez, here he comes. Ruelas is all businesslike. Look at that sombrero. Boy, you could subdivide that sombrero, couldn't you? Wearing that Viva Mexico sombrero. And look at the skirt and everything. Oh, off goes the sombrero. And I told you, as he twirls about, you can read on the back of his haircut, Clinton, TLC. It's in honor of the president-elect, and the TLC is a plea or a request for fair trade with Mexico. He is in green and white and orange and doing his thing. Jimmy Lennon Jr. with a smile all over his face as Paez feels center ring is waiting now to introduce the honor guard and have our national anthem. Here's Jimmy.
Ladies and gentlemen, time we ask you to rise for the singing of the national anthems. Presenting the colors, we have the U.S. Marine Corps Color Guard Naval Air Weapons Station in China Lake. First to sing the national anthem of Mexico, el himno nacional de México, presentando Héctor Vera Salazar.
Mexicanos al grito de guerra, el acero apresar el bridón y retiembla en su centro la tierra al sonoro rugir del cañón y retiembla en su centro la tierra al sonoro rugir del cañón. Ciño patria tus sienes de olivo, de la paz el arcángel divino, que en el cielo tu eterno destino por el dedo de Dios escribió. Mas si osare un extraño enemigo profanar con tus plantas tu suelo, pienso, patria querida, que el cielo un soldado en cada hijo te dio, un soldado en cada hijo te dio. Mexicanos al grito de guerra, el acero apresar el bridón y retiembla en su centro la tierra al sonoro rugir del cañón y retiembla en su centro la tierra al sonoro rugir del cañón.
Thank you very much to Héctor Vera Salazar. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we have a very special guest with us to sing the United States national anthem. Please welcome the very talented and very popular Motown recording artist, introducing Johnny Gill.
Star Spangled Banner yet wave o'er the land of the free, and the home of the
Thank you very much to the U.S. Marine Corps Color Guard Naval Air Weapons Station, China Lake. Ladies and gentlemen in attendance and sports fans joining us across the nation on Prime Network, we welcome you as Forum Boxing Incorporated and Budweiser, the king of beers, present the NABF Lightweight Championship bout. This event is sanctioned by the North American Boxing Federation. The supervisor is Steve English. Along with the California State Athletic Commission, the chairman in attendance, William Eastman, commissioners in attendance, Jerry Nathanson, Willie Buchanan, Ernest Kim, and Kim Welshone. The executive officer is Dr. Richard DeCure, the assistant chief inspector, Rob Lynch. At this time, I present to you the officials at ringside, our judges, Larry Rosadia, Lou Moretz, and Lou Tabbitt. And introducing to you the referee in charge of this championship bout, he will be giving instructions after the introductions, Marty Denkin. All right, fans, here we go. This is it, the bout you've all been waiting for. The main event of the evening, 12 rounds of boxing for the NABF Lightweight Championship. Introducing to you first on my right, he is fighting out of the blue corner. He is wearing multi-color trunks and hailing from Mexicali, Baja California, Mexico. He weighed in at a ready 134 pounds with a fine record of 41 wins, 4 defeats, 4 draws with 28 wins by way of knockout. He is the former IBF featherweight champion of the world, introducing the clown prince of boxing, Jorge Maromero Paez. And his opponent across the ring on my left, fighting out of the red corner in this 12-round NABF lightweight championship bout. He is wearing white trunks with red and green trim, hailing from Silmar, California, by way of Yerba Buena, Jalisco, Mexico. He is representing tonight, as always, the Ten Goose Boxing Club in North Hollywood, California, with a light weight of 135 pounds. His outstanding record, 33 wins, only 1 defeat, 26 big wins by way of knockout. He is ranked the number 7 WBC lightweight in the world, introducing Rafael Ruelas. Once again, here's the referee in charge, Marty Denkin.
Remember what I told you. Remember, here's a low blow, here's a low blow. Anything over there, that's normal. Okay.
Well, the tail of the tape, Paez at 5'6", Ruelas 5 inches taller, a pound heavier. He is 6 years younger and has a 2-inch advantage in the reach department. Paez at 27 at the top of his game. He is over there scraping his shoes like the bull does as he comes out to face the matador. And they clash together like 2 bulls running head-on. Marty Denkin pulls the 2 apart. Ruelas, the taller of the 2. Paez grabbed and was holding, and he threw a punch. Interestingly enough, John Beirudi, the great publicist here at the Forum, who provides us with all of the pertinent data on all of these fighters, said that sometimes his behavior, speaking of Paez, doesn't meet with the Marcus of Queensberry rules, and he said, then again, maybe Paez never heard of the Marcus of Queensberry. Boy, the This is an awful quick opening round, Ruben.
I don't know if they know this. They have to go 12 rounds.
A left hand, and Paez goes down. Ruelas hit him with the left hand. Paez went down. The count is 6. He's up. 7, 8. Crowd is on its feet, and here they come again.
That was a tremendous short uppercut, left hook that set Paez down, Tom.
Ruelas bangs away to the body. He's the taller of the two men. Paez dropped to the canvas. Ruelas meets him with a right hand as he bulls his way in. This fight was delayed once. An accident in Mexicali. Good right hand by Paez may have hurt Ruelas. Rafael fights his way back, banging away at Paez. Paez trying to work to the body and cover up at the same time. Another uppercut by Ruelas, and another right hand. There'll be no clowning around for Paez tonight, Ruben Castillo. He's in a tough fight.
I guarantee it, and he looks very, very serious. Ruelas came in this fight in remarkable
And with
condition.
a left and a right, driving Paez back. Another left, and down he goes. And Paez looks confused, up on his feet. 7, 8, down for the second time. And this the first round. Ruelas looking for the biggest win of his young career. He's only 21, has sent Paez to the deck twice here. And this opening round still has enough time left. Again, he batters Paez. Shot after shot, and Paez fights back. Paez staggering, fighting, I think, on instinct and courage as much as anything.
Well, he's been the champion. He knows what it's like to get hit.
The round coming to a close even. Oh, rabid fight fan. Never anticipated an opening round like this. They are on their feet and screaming here at the Great Western Forum. Paez down twice and battling back from each knockdown. In his corner, they are working feverishly over a man who was once the featherweight champion of the world.
That's the first knockdown, Tom. His little short uppercut.
Here comes the second one. This will be a barrage of punches. 1. That left staggered him. Down he went on the back of his lap. What an opening first round. Unbelievable. This crowd, I think, equally divided in their sentiments. Ruelas came to the forum tonight with a big entourage of followers. This is as big a crowd as we've seen for a title go here in Los Angeles in years. Let's not count Paez out. He is a tough customer. He knows what it is to get up off the deck and win. He's done it before. They battle above us, and Rafael Ruelas continues to throw punches. Paez trying to keep him in close to where his reach will not be an advantage. Hanging away, trying to measure his man. Missing. Ruelas has shown that he's got enough punch to knock his man down. Ruelas fighting his way back. Bangs away at Paez, who may have punched himself out for a moment.
I think Paez is fighting Ruelas' fight. Ruelas is a puncher. Paez has to get on the bicycle, try to outbox him.
Ruelas, the taller of the two men at 5'11", the younger of the two men by 6 years. Paez trying to cover up. He's resting. He'll be back with a flurry if he's got anything left here. Second round. Ruelas has matched him punch for punch. Has had him down not once but twice in the first round.
Rafael's got a lot of poise. You can see it in his face. He's very calm, Tommy.
It's the biggest fight of his career. There's no question about that. He's dead serious. All of the hype and horseplay that went on prior to these two getting into the ring. Ruelas was a calm, studious guy through all of it. He never engaged in any of the horseplay or anything else that accompanied Paez at the press conferences, etc. But that's Perez's style. Ruelas is a different breed of cat. Banging away at Paez. Paez covering up. Threw a punch that landed, somewhere down with the Mexican.
Yeah, right by the Mexican-American flag, you go.
That's right. Paez is, of course, from Mexicali, and Ruelas was born in Jalisco, though he lives here in the San Fernando Valley. Paez looks to be a bit unsteady on his feet, Ruben. He's still, I think, feeling the effects. He's taking a lot of punches.
I think he's just trying to pick his shots, Tom. He's working to the body well. Ruelas got to keep that jab going, keep Paez on the end of that jab.
Had him down twice in the first round. Rafael Ruelas, only 21. Great shot to the body by Paez.
What a remarkable fight.
So far, this crowd just waiting in anticipation of the next big blow, the next big flurry. On their feet, screaming through most of round one as Paez went down. Paez continues to pop away at the shorter. They battle after the bell, and Jenkins steps in and shoves Paez away and cautions him about it. Marty Denkin, of course, has had more championship fights than most guys will ever see. Well, before this fight tonight, a question was put to Paez: do you think you are invincible or unbeatable? And this is what he said.
No, así es, porque no soy de fierro. Soy de carne y hueso. Como me pueden
I'm
ganar,
not an Iron Man. You know, he can beat me. Maybe anybody can beat me. Nobody's invincible. As you all know, even Mike Tyson was beatable. If he happens to beat me, I might retire. You know, I don't know. But I am contemplating that if I lose.
Tyson, nadie se quería que le pegaran, y le pegan a Tyson. Chávez y todo no le pegaba, pero no le van a llegar, a todos le llegan, a todos le van a pegar, a todos. Y va a ver, por ejemplo, a mí me puede pegar él. Pero todo puede pasar, porque yo no soy un robot, yo no soy un robot que voy a ganar, ¿no?
Well, he's not a robot. He said at the end he was not a robot. Anybody can be beat. He said even Chavez one day will get defeated.
Yes.
But I'm not a robot, but I'm going to give it 100%.
Here we are, round number 3. Was down twice in the first round. Ruelas is the taller of the two men. Rafael Ruelas continues to keep the pressure on Jorge Paez, the Crown Prince. An uppercut, scoring repeatedly and effectively. Ruelas pounding punches in there, banging away. Paez trying to cover up, almost in a peekaboo style, reminiscent of who? Floyd Patterson, perhaps? Ruben?
Absolutely, he's got that peekaboo style, but those punches are something, they're starting to penetrate. They're getting through that.
Ruelas bangs away with a left hook, sends out a jab. Paez is wild with a right hand. Blood coming from the nose of Jorge Paez. Round number 3.
You know, a fight of this magnitude, you've got to have a referee like Marty Denkin. He's been in many, many title fights. He's going to keep control of this fight.
Without a lot of Paez supporters. Marty Denkin steps between the two, cautions him about headbutts, and they promptly go right back and put forehead to forehead.
That's taking instructions well.
Ruelas continues to force the action. Paez's nose coming, blood coming from his nose. Catches Rafael, and then Ruelas comes right back and throws a flurry of punches that stops Paez. This is scheduled for 12. I don't know how they can keep this pace up. One would suspect this is not going to go the distance. Again, nice jabs and a left hook thrown by Ruelas. Going to have to be in the best shape of his life. This is the toughest test of his career.
The worst thing that can happen for Rafael is for Paez to weather the storm and come on the later rounds, because he's a young kid. He's got a lot of experience ahead of him.
Coming to the close of round 4, we'll take a quick look back at Paez fighting in a flurry, and Ruelas coming right back. That action from round 3. And now to the live action here in round number 4. Scheduled for 12 for the NABF lightweight title. Jorge, the Clown Prince Paez, down twice in the opening round. Rafael Ruelas, taller, 5'11", younger, 21. Although Paez is certainly not an old man, even by boxing standards at 27. And he is the former featherweight champion. Oh, overhand right by Paez, nailed Ruelas, and an uppercut, another right in the left. Paez fighting his way inside, and Rafael Ruelas is going to have to be at his very best here.
Those shots hurt. But Ruelas kept his composure, Tom.
Paez might very well be saying, what is it with this kid? I've hit him with everything but the ring post. Paez with a slight bow and nod, as if to say, if I did anything untoward, I'm sorry.
Sure you are.
Of course. Take that thought back to your corner. Ruelas drives him back a bit. Left jab, Paez scoring with it.
Is landing with a great jab.
He has.
I didn't realize he had such a good jab.
He's landed several of them here in this round. Whoa! He may have Ruelas hurt. Rafael's covering up. Paez trying to measure him. Rafael Ruelas is hurt. He's in the corner and hurt. What? He's going to have to fight his way back. Paez sensing a chance to pull this out after being down twice. A full minute, 5 seconds to go, and this the 4th round, and Ruelas weathered the storm. Rafael Ruelas in Paez's corner. May have weathered the storm, but he appears to be on rocky legs. There's a mouthpiece on the floor. It belongs to Paez. Will that be enough rest for Ruelas? Can he survive this attack here in the 4th round? Paez. Ruelas seems to have gotten his second wind, Ruben, although it may be a bit...
Oh, he got hit again. He got hit again, Tom.
Half a minute to go in round 4. Well, they said it would be a war. It has been every bit that so far. Ruelas appears to be in kind of rubbery legs. He's still throwing away now. He's got Paez in the corner. 10 seconds remain in the 4th round. Crowd is on its feet, cheering and screaming. There's the bell. Again, Paez lands about 4 after the bell, and the Goosen brothers come on and tell Denkin, can't this guy hear the bell? Wow, what a round. Ruelas looked as though he was about to go down, but he weathered a tough storm. 4 rounds. I don't know how they're going to do this for 12.
Pull it from the heart. That's all you got to do. Don't let him back you up. All right? Stay off the rope. You're going to use that jab. You got to be tucked, and you got to get out first. Do not let him get out first. You got to outline him.
Here's another look at the action and the big rush put on by Paez as he gets Ruelas against the ropes, landing punch after punch. And this is, of course, what the trainer's talking about, as he wouldn't let Ruelas get away. To his credit, Ruelas did not go down, weathered the storm, and here we go for round number 5.
I've got
37-38 Ruelas on your scorecard, Ruben.
I've got him up by 1. There's 2 knockdowns in the 1st round. It was a 10-7 round.
Catches Paez coming in, solid lefts. Again, sharp uppercut thrown by Ruelas. Oh, Paez hit him. I don't know where Coolican is, but boy, he's
way down there. Yes, just way down south. Marty Denkin was... Ruelas' back was, yes.
Yep. In fact, he made a big point of it in his opening remarks to these two fighters at the center of the ring before this thing got underway about what he would consider a low blow. Paez lands a couple of solid shots. Ruelas has got to keep punching away.
The corner of Ruelas said, don't let him back you up.
Keep that jab working. Keep him off you and stay off the rope. Ruelas trying to follow his corner's advice. Keep throwing punches, banging away at Paez.
Keep him there. Keep him there.
Joe's so ever right. As long as he's got Paez backing up, he's very effective.
Paez has blood somewhere on the face of Paez.
Beneath the right eye.
The right eye has got a cutter just underneath it. Paez, blood smearing his face now. Ruelas has been non-stop throwing punches, keeping Paez busy trying to cover up.
He's turning him.
1 minute 10 remaining here in the 5th round. It's been non-stop since the opening bell. Rafael Ruelas put Paez down twice in that 1st round. Since then, it has been a war in capital letters between these two.
Back him up. Back him up.
Ruelas having a pretty good round here, Ruben Castillo.
He's taking the fight to Montemero, but I think Paez is playing the waiting game, Tom. He's very sharp. He's
45 seconds left in this round. If he's going to steal it, he'll have to start to get busy. I tell you, Ruelas has hit him with enough shots a lesser fighter would be down by now. Ruelas has been incessant, just hammering away at it.
those little shots. That's right. Those little shorts inside will take the fight out of you, but you never know.
His face is bloody.
Rafael's landing at will.
If Paez is going to steal this round, he's only got 10 seconds. And I don't think he can steal this one. We'll be back to see about round 6 right after this. What a round. 5-6. Rafael Ruelas at 5'11", 6 years younger. Paez off his feet, jumping to throw that left hand that connects. In round 5, while Ruelas never let Paez get set to throw a shot. He was on top of him, pounding away with jabs and little short uppercuts at close range. Opened the cut into the eye, the right eye, on the cheek of Paez. Ruelas knocked Paez down twice in round number 1. It has been a solid battle ever since. It looked very much like Paez was going to put Ruelas away, but he weathered a most difficult time.
Well, if you're Paez right now, Tom, you want to stay out of the corner. You got to outbox Ruelas. If you're Ruelas, you got to keep Paez going backwards, just like Joe Goosen told him in the corner. Ruelas got the longer reach. Keep him on the end of the jab.
Back him up. Don't let him back you up. And get that jab off first. Hit him first.
Has to get back into this fight somehow. He's got to throw that 1 bomb or 2 bombs to get Rafael hurt.
This is the 6th round. It's scheduled for 12, and so far has been the slowest of all of the rounds. Left hook caught Ruelas. Paez did not follow it up. That punch looked good, but was on the shoulder. Again, blood around the nose of Paez. He's squatting in a low, bobbing, weaving style.
What a right hand. That was a little high on the cheekbone.
Didn't follow it up, Ruben. I don't know why. It landed. He instead chose to back away.
The last thing you want to do to Ruelas is let Paez get some confidence back.
Ruelas is going to have to keep the pressure on him. Back him up. Keep him busy. 40 seconds remain. Ruelas scores with the right hand. Paez standing in the corner. I don't know whether he's hurt or not. He looked rubber-like for a moment.
No, he was doing like the Matador.
I see, with the cape, huh?
Right.
Waving for the bull to come on by. Waving for the bull to come on by. 20 less than that now here in round number 6.
Right hand in the belly. Right hand in the belly.
10 seconds remaining. Paez catches Ruelas with the right hand. There's the bell, and that's the end of round number 6. There's more great fight action coming your way here at the Western Forum, here on Prime Network. Well, the middle round slowing just a bit, and now we'll find whose gas tank has gotten pumped back up, Ruben Castillo. Out they come for round number 7.
Well, in a situation like this, you've got Rafael that's a young fighter, and he's got a whole career ahead of him. And Paez is right now at the brakes. Either make me or break me on this fight, and he's got to do something.
It's interesting, his comments translated to our audience. He was, for the first time, quick to admit, if I lose, I will think about retiring. He's only 27. He's only lost 4 professional fights, had 4 draws. The former featherweight champion. He's a box office natural, especially here in Los Angeles. Ruelas trying to corner him, and Paez with some quick footwork and quick hands, keeping him away and dancing away. Paez dancing away from the longer-armed Ruelas. Backs him into the ring, corner. Lands a couple of body shots, and Paez slips away.
A little shy of the mark.
Right hand to the body thrown by Ruelas. Paez backing up, arms akimbo, and Ruelas just missed, hitting him flush in the middle of his face by just a scant inch. Oh, he's got Paez in the corner, banging away. Paez not offering any real resistance. Marty Denkin, I think, may have said something to Paez. Are you going to fight or aren't you? Didn't he?
Yeah.
Did you get that interpretation from that?
I think he didn't want him to turn his back, so get out of that corner.
About 40 seconds remaining here in this, the 7th round. Right hand by Ruelas. And well, it's hard to tell with Paez. He's such a master of deceit when it comes to faking an injury or being hurt, but he looked as though he was hurt by that one. I don't know.
I've got a sense of believing that Paez right now is close to trying to catch a second win. He gave the last round away, and he's giving this round away. I think he's trying to catch a second win, Tommy, to start running some flurries.
Seconds remain. Round 7 coming to a close, and we'll be back after this. We'll check Ruben Castillo's scorecard here after 7. He has Ruelas ahead, 68-65. May I apologize to Jorge Paez when I called him a master of deceit. I meant to say a master of subterfuge. The man is really very adept at hiding what is happening to him and maybe playing possum and leading you into a corner and into destruction. I apologize for using the word deceit. It's totally unnecessary, and I certainly didn't mean it. This is round number 8. Paez, Ruben, as that round ended, 7 went to his corner and seemed to be concerned about his right hand. But there he throws it. He really, in the last 2 rounds, has not thrown many punches. He has almost given Ruelas the last 2 rounds.
Well, you know, Tommy, when you have a hand injury, you can still throw the punch, but they're either pawing or slapping, because you throw it right against with your knuckles. It's gonna you either break it, but you can still throw it with a slap or a pawing punch, and it won't hurt as bad.
Ruelas and Paez in kind of a slowed down version of how this fight started. Marty Denkin, the third man in the ring, even a moment ago, gestured, let's go, let's fix it up to the 2 of them. Ruelas is the taller of the two. Paez electrifying in that first round. 2 shots, down he went, bringing this crowd of about 9,000 to its feet with a roar. Ruelas, very impressive so far, and Paez looking all the world, Ruben, to feel like he's going through the motions here the last 2 rounds, here into round number 8.
I do think he does have some hand problems, Tom.
Throws that left hand and scores with it. Falls in against Ruelas on the ropes.
That cut is reopened. I think he's got a new cut right in the corner of the left eye.
Yes, it was cut on the cheek right on the right eye. And he's cut now above the right eye now, Ruben. And he gets nailed as Denkin shoves the two apart. Blood streaming down, and Paez brushes it away. Again, he appears to be tired and a bit used. But he's a tough target for Ruelas to find and measure. Ruelas banging away. This is reminiscent of the 6th round where he had him forehead to forehead, popping away at him. Paez has taken a lot of shots in this fight. Ruelas fans are on their feet sensing the little battler from Mexicali may be on his last legs. Seconds coming to an end. Round 8. Paez throws a flurry, backing into the ropes. Ruelas punching away at the bell. Emotions are running very high here at the Great Western Forum. This crowd of 8,000 to 10,000 seems to be just about equally divided. There are Paez fans everywhere, Ruelas fans in equal number, on their feet and cheering every move. There's the corner with Rafael Ruelas. Paez across the way has a cut over his right eye. These were the closing moments of round number 8. And again, Ruelas against Paez, who seemed almost resigned to the fact that he was having a very difficult time of it, and his face would certainly give credence to that. Cut over one eye, cut under the same eye, cheekbone on the other eye, heavily swollen. He has taken a lot of punches tonight from the young 21-year-old out of the San Fernando Valley. Every time Ruelas is allowed to close with Paez, Ruben, he's very effective.
Well, anytime he gets close to Jorge, Paez will tie him up, which is a smart thing to do right now, being busted up and being hurt the last couple of rounds.
Paez, dead serious. No longer the clown prince of boxing, not tonight. Dead serious. He came in a trim 134. This was not a walk in the park. He knew it wasn't. And yet he made light of Ruelas at a press conference earlier this week. Can the crowd be, Ruben? It has been a fight worthy of any championship for the first 6 or 7 rounds, and now both of these fighters, one young, one a cagey veteran, though he's only 27, trying to somehow reach back and save himself, and the crowd booing, and they want more.
Well, you know, you spoil them in the first round. There's 2 knockdowns in 1 round. You get spoiled after the first 4 rounds. These guys are human beings. They're tired. They've been hurt.
Scheduled for 12. And of course, while Paez may be trying to reach back and pull one out, Ruelas at 21 has not been in against this type of fighter all that many times. Fought Lockridge and beat him, fought Cruz and beat him, but admittedly they were past their best days. So this young fighter standing on the threshold of the biggest win of his young career, and perhaps in the future the biggest payday, has got to be just a bit cautious as well. Though the man in front of him, his eye is bleeding. The right eye is shot. He has not offered much resistance in the last 3 rounds, but you can never be too careful. That wounded lion will come out of the bush after you and make you pay.
After being a world champion, having as many defenses as Paez has, you got to wait till that last round is over. Because he can come out of the woodwork, just like you say. He'll have a sneak attack on you.
This is the 9th round. It is scheduled for 12. The 9th round has just, as you see, a handful of seconds remaining. Hope you've enjoyed this fight and our telecast from the Great Western Forum tonight. This has been a quirky good show. Dave Dixon in a blistering knockout. Zamudia with a fine fight. And now, this title go. Round 9 slipping away. We'll be back after this. And Jorge Paez, I tell you, he'd never pass scrutiny on what's my line. They'd know immediately what his occupation is. His face is battered and swollen. Cut over the right eye, cut into the right eye. Maybe fighting for his boxing career here against Rafael Ruelas, the young 21-year-old, who admittedly could afford a defeat at 21 far better than Paez career-wise at 27. Ruelas backs Paez into his. Ruelas' corner. Marty Jenkins has been the referee and has done a masterful job.
He's running, Rafa, he's running.
Paez has been in this mode for about the last 4 rounds, Ruben Castillo, slipping and sliding away, occasionally throwing a punch, content to try and just hold off Ruelas.
He can't afford to do that, Tom. He's got to get back in this fight. Like I said earlier, he's got to land a bomb to bring him back into the fight. And Paez does have the punch to do that, but he's just letting the round slip away and letting the fight go.
He is bleeding from the nose, and that was a preoccupation with him for a second or two as he backed away from Ruelas. Continues to back away. He's bleeding not only from the nose, but in the mouth as well.
You can see now Paez is starting to fight just a defensive fight.
He slips as he gets into the corner and just does get away. Ruelas, cautious, trying to catch the elusive guy from Mexicali, whose face now is a mass of blood. From the blood coming from his nose, I wouldn't be surprised if it's broken, Ruben.
I wouldn't be surprised either, Tom. It's just flowing right out of the both nostrils.
That is almost a lead pipe giveaway. When the blood flows that freely from your nose, then it is broken. Blood will come from the nose, of course. Almost anybody who's ever been in the ring will have a bloody nose. But when it flows almost non-stop, the indication is, or the first suspicion is that it's broken. Again, trying to cover up. Paez's face showing the effects of a 10-round battle. Down twice in the first round. Gutty and tough. And still not to be discarded. This kid from Mexicali at 27 being hammered by the 21-year-old from Silmar, who has seemed incessant in his attack on Paez. Coming to the end of round 10. Paez staggers. Western Forum, it's over, ladies and gentlemen. With what we suspect is a broken nose, Marty Denkin called the doctor into the ring at the end of the 10th round. They conferred in Paez's corner. You see the doctors there. Paez with his head down. This fight is over, and Rafael Ruelas there, surrounded by 10 Goose Boxing, looking really none the worse for wear, has won his 34th professional fight. These are the closing moments of what turned out to be the final round. Paez, his face bleeding, blood flowing from his nose, catching everything that Rafael Ruelas was throwing at him, unable to fight back, unable to mount any kind of an attack. In fact, he had been in that mode for at least the last 4.5 or 5 rounds. And so they stopped it. And Rafael Ruelas, surrounded, tossed in the air, arms raised, a smile on his 21-year-old face. And my his future very much in front of him. In the meantime, Jorge Paez is on his feet, walking about the center of the ring. Ruben Castillo's up there. We'll get to Ruben. But first of all, we have this important bit of business. We'll be back in a moment. Thousands still on their feet, still oohing and eyeing over this great lightweight go. Jimmy Lennon Jr. has, of course, the official call as this fight is over. Jimmy, if you will.
Ladies and gentlemen, this bout has been stopped at the end of round number 10. The referee in charge, Marty Denkin, stops the contest in concurrence with ringside physician Dr. Robert Carnes. The winner by way of technical knockout, the new NABF lightweight champion, Rafael Ruelas.
It's interesting to note that Jorge Paez, in all of his misery and of all of his troubles, was applauding the announcement by Jimmy Lennon. I tell you, he's still a great champion. Ruben Castillo is up with the new NABF lightweight king. Ruben, if you will.
Thank you, Tom. Rafael, this has got to be one of the greatest victories you've had in your career.
Oh yeah, you know, I was kind of, at first I was a little bit like embarrassed because he came out, you know, I wasn't expecting him to be as hard as he came in. But, you know, I mean, I just wasn't expecting him to do that. But even then, I quickly got to it, and I thought I pretty much beat him all the rounds.
You know, on the first two knockdowns in the first round, did you think it was going to be over?
Yeah, you know, I got him with some good shots, and I thought he was going to go, but you know, he's had experience, and he covered up very well.
Well, after he's been the world champion, being the featherweight champion of the world, you've got to not count a guy out like that. He came back, and in the second and the third rounds, things started to turn a little bit.
Oh yeah, you know, I was a little bit, first I was a little bit surprised that, you know, after having taken those shots, he still kept fighting pretty good. He was strong, but I still felt that I was stronger than he was, and I connected a lot more than he did.
Well, you know, I got Danny right here next to me. Danny, what was the turn of the fight? What became the fight for Rafael? Where did it begin to all go his way?
Right after when Rafael got hit by Paez back in the 5th round, and at that point when Rafael came right back the next round, came back firing, Paez knew that Rafael wasn't going to back off. At that particular time, Rafael took everything out of him. He took his best shots, and that was it.
Well, I want to tell you, you guys did a remarkable job with Rafael, and you guys go out there and savor this victory. It's got to be a great one.
Before we leave anywhere, I got to say this. Rafael and Gabriel, his brother, have been with us since they've been 11 and 12 years old. I got to give all the credit in the world, not only to those kids, but to my brother Joe Goose. And I think he's the best trainer in the world today, and we're going to go out there and keep on proving it. Every fighter he's got keeps on winning, and I love it.
Well, you know, when he made the comment in the corner, as long as you keep Paez going backwards, you're going to win. And he did exactly that. Congratulations to all.